Here we have two climbers on a 5, well within the grade for both climbers, so an easy route for each of them. And all we're looking at really is comparing the choices that each climber makes. So the climber on the right is going to choose to keep the feet well underneath the body, trying not to move outside the centre of gravity, and trying not to raise the lead foot above the opposite knee. That's a good gauge of whether it's a high step or not. So when someone says, keep your steps short, it's kind of hard to know what's a high step and what isn't. So it's useful to use the other leg as a gauge. So anything above the opposite knee could be considered to be reasonably high, and technically once you go above the knee it's hard to do a one-legged press. Most people's legs aren't strong enough to do that. So we'll play the video on and see where we go. So straight away we get big high step on the right foot, whereas the climber on the right maybe takes 3 or 4 steps to get to the same ledge. So from maybe watching the other video of the single climber on the left climbing the route, you know what you're looking for, but we can see that the climber on the right looks to be pushing up all from the legs on both feet every time the body moves up. And obviously the climber on the left seems to be pulling more on the arms and standing up on one leg quite frequently, which obviously affects the balance, but also of course is putting more strain on the upper body. So by choosing to use the smaller footholds that are underneath the body rather than being drawn to the bigger, higher or wider footholds, you're also practicing then your footwork. So you're forcing yourself to stand on things that might not look great, but you're testing what you can actually stand on, and then by doing so your footwork will improve and you'll become more confident standing on smaller footholds and smearing when on harder routes. That's what you might well have to do. That might be the only option.